Hi everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I'm showing you this wonderful bundle from HSN. This is the Garden Bouquet Washi Magic Bundle, and this bundle comes with a 4x6 stamp set, a coordinating die, and a roll of washi. And the fun thing about this bundle is that this stamp stamps all 7 of those floral images at once, and the die cuts all of them at once. And not only that, but there's also this roll of washi that you can add on to cardstock or vellum or acetate, and you can also cut out those washi images with that same die. As always, there is a coloring guide on the back of the stamp set, so you can color those images in with markers or pencils, whatever your preferred coloring medium is. But I wanted to show you how fun this washi tape is. So I started by peeling back the roll, and I'm adhering this onto just a piece of plain white cardstock. I've cut the cardstock larger than what I need just so that I'm sure that I have extra space. And I'm going to start by making sure that I have this washi tape adhered flat with no bubbles. My little tip that I like to use to adhere this washi onto cardstock is to use a bone folder. Now what I'm doing is just rolling that tape back a little bit and then really burnishing that tape with my bone folder, and that's ensuring that this tape is adhered properly onto this cardstock, but really what it's doing is making sure that I'm not getting any bubbles or blips or anything when I'm transferring this washi onto the cardstock. I don't want my images to have any bumps or anything. I want them to be completely smooth. So I'm just going to burnish that down with my bone folder. And when I get to the end of the image, I'm going to just cut that right across the tape roll with my scissors. Now, there are 3 different color combinations for these flowers on this one roll of washi. There's the one with the pinks and the orange, the blues and the purples, and then kind of the purplies with the pinks and the oranges. So you are going to have 3 different color combinations that you can use from these washi images. You saw how easily that die lays right over those images, and you just run that through your die cutting machine, cutting out all these images at once. So I have a bunch of these floral images ready to go in no time at all. Now don't forget that you can stick to just one of these coloring choices on your card. So if you want to just create a card with only the purple and the blue color combination, you can. But all of these colors work so beautifully together that you can mix and match. I cut a bunch of these and just put them in a pile on my desk and just grabbed these as I was creating my card. So you're going to see a mix of them. I'm bringing in some other products into my card from my stash. I have some impression, press, and foil plates that I'm going to start with first. I wanted to create a little arch and a sentiment for my card, so I'm grabbing the pieces that I want, and I'm going to use this with my letterpress platform. Now these are specialized dies used for pressing and letter pressing, so you cannot use these with your traditional cutting plates. That's why you'll see me using my specialized letterpress platform here. I'm just going to lay that arch die and the sentiment onto my magnetized platform, and then I'll ink that up with some black ink. I'm using Raven Hybrid ink from LDRS Creative, and I'm just going to then cut these out once they are completed. So I have my little arch and my thank you sentiment all pressed and die cut, and you can see my pile of Garden Bouquet Washi Magic images off to the side. And now is the fun part. I'm just going to start playing around with the arrangement on my card. So I know I want to have one little kind of flower bunch peeking out from behind my sentiment, but then I also thought I'd bring in some more arch products from my stash and create a background with these flowers peeking out from behind my pressed and die cut arch. So I'm playing around here with the stencil just as a kind of like a placemat and just a guide, and then I will grab a piece of cardstock and my blue ink and I'll start stenciling. I want to have my ink darker at the bottom, so I'm going to concentrate my ink at the bottom and press harder on the brush of my blending tool, and then I'll fade that out towards the top. So I'm using just one color of ink, but I'm going to get a nice fade and a nice blend with just the one color of ink. Once I'm done, I'm going to use the coordinating dies for these arch stencils, and I will cut that out so that I have a nice die cut arch. So you can see how my card is starting to come along here. I wanted to have the sentiment in the center and then have that blue faded background behind it. And I'm going to grab my floral image and just peek them out here and there. I'm kind of going with that triangle, that visual triangle look, where I have the bottom left corner and the top right corner so that everything looks flattering to the eye. Now, to keep everything symmetrical, I wanted to create an arch card base, so I went back to those arch dies and I cut the largest die from 2 pieces of white cardstock, and I'm just going to add a score line across the top of one of those, and then I'll add adhesive only above the score line. This is my easiest trick for creating a shaped card. You can create a shaped card out of pretty much any die that you have using this trick. I have a piece of blue cardstock that I'm going to adhere onto the front of my arch card base, and then I will just grab those other pieces that I've already played with and add them to the front of my card, finish this off with some blue gems, and this card is finished. I love the little flecks of gold in this washi from the Garden Bouquet Washi Magic Bundle, and I hope you do too. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!